Hey guys, me and Max here, and today I'm going to be talking to you on what should come on and come off of the upcoming band list. So, we know we get these videos each time a band list is announced, so this will be what I think should come on and off, and then I will do a video with possibly Savage and Brick or anyone else talking about what they think should come on and off. So let's start off with the banned cards. Now, to start off, I think what needs to happen is ban Divine Sword Phoenix Blade. Why I think on my honest opinion, I want the card gone because it's so overused. The whole way of them banishing the Gokis to then recycle itself over and over and over again just makes the game unwanting to be played. I'm starting to, okay, why am I playing the game while there's so many Gokis using this card at a ridiculous rate? Like, I know Divine Swords Phoenix Blade was one of those cards that never saw play. It was just not really anything. I think me and Ditzy were talking about a Soul Day. Like, they asked me about if they're gonna ban it. Like, a Soul Day, you know what I'd link, a Soul Day doesn't need to be hit in any shape or form. It doesn't need to get semi'd, it doesn't need to get limited or no banned. That card is fine for how it helps the Noble Knight deck in this. Like, it's a nice card for the Noble Knight deck to have. It doesn't need to be touched, but Divine Sword Phoenix Blade needs to be banned. It's a card that can recycle itself for the Nightmares. The Nightmares don't need to be touched. They're fine, honestly. But Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, I feel, needs to be banned. The next card, I guess, is gonna be Soul Charge. Like, with Soul Charge, you do pay a K for each monster you summon from the graveyard, but then, with Soul Charge, it pretty much defines the game if you're going to win. Because when your opponent, if you've stopped your opponent's plays during their turn, then when it comes to their turn, they just Soul Charge and summon out all the monsters that you stopped. Pretty much, if you Ghost Ogred or TT'd or disrupt them somehow, they can just summon them back to continue their play during the next turn with Soul Charge. They don't get battle phase, but they do have an entire board. They have a way of, like, the whole U formation now allows them to lock you out of an extra deck zone. Soul Charge was originally one of those cards that only saw play in a couple of decks, but now it's being played in so many decks because of how much it could link spam. Soul Charge have had its run. It's had a long time, but I think it's about time it finally gets banned. Sure, you lose your battle phase, but at the time it doesn't really matter because you've just locked your opponent out with an insane board that cannot be broken. Okay. I think that's honestly the only cards I can see being banned. I guess limited. I guess when it comes to limited cards, I'm on the fence of Goki Serplex? I think that's what it's called. Serplex, that's the one. I'm on the fence of it being limited and semi-limited. I'm on the fence because it can do both. Semi, it can still see a couple. You see it, but when it's limited, you won't see it as much. But there's other ways of searching it out. I'm on the fence with that card being semi or limited. Let me know what you think should be limited or semi, because I don't really know about that card. I think I only know a couple of spells really to be limited. The first, I guess, is the light stage for the I was about to say trap tricks, but it's not trap tricks, it's trick stars. We had a little discussion about this yesterday with Callie. She casually plays trick stars. We kind of agreed that Candina should not be banned. That light stage should go to 1, like the Spiral Resort. Because they want Trickstars to now be a link spam deck, they don't really want it to be an only burn deck. That we've seen in recent worlds, being Trickstar 1 worlds. I think it was pure Trickstar. That shows how mad the deck is. With Light Stage going to 1 and Candina being at 3, they lose a bit of their search, but then if they open in Candina, they can still do what they want. They can still do a play, they just only have 1 light stage. That's fine. I guess another card which needs to be limited, I guess, is the Sky Striker drone spell. Because it's seeing so many play in so many decks that can spam the board. Like, mostly it's being used in Goki and Sky Striker Trickstar. The card, in my opinion, is nuts. Yes, Scapegoat is kind of balanced because you have to set it first. And if it does get blown up during your end phase, then you can't really do anything about it. It gets blown up. But with Drone, all you have to do is have no spells or traps in bin, I think, to activate it. And you get a token for pretty much free. If you see that in your opening hand, you are going for it. You are making a play, while Scapegoat takes a turn or 2 to actually go off. I don't see Scapegoat being on this list. If anything, they maybe, I don't know. That's actually something I'll talk about. So, yeah, just limit Drone and Light Stage. Just limit those and it should be fine. Cards that I think they could semi-limited, like Scapegoat, I think is a card they will possibly semi-limited. Just because it gives you 4 tokens. Yes, it does take a turn, like I said earlier, but it gives you 4 tokens to summon Link monsters. Like, that is a Link Rebo, a Link Spider, and a Proxy Dragon. Even if you don't use Proxy Dragons, you can still make some of the Nightmare Core from it. Those are the only... So yeah, yet again, Super X, either limited or semi, I still don't really know on if it's going to be limited or semi. I think when it comes to semi-limit, I think Scapegoat's the only one at this time I can actually think about. I can't think of any other cards that could really be semi'd. So I guess we get on to the cards that can come off the list now. Cards that can come off the list. We've all been talking about this card. El Shaddai Construct can be put off the list. Like, it won't affect the game as much as it used to when it was first put on there. El Shaddai Construct can finally come back to this game. And because, like, should all cards are being reprinted in Shadows in Valhalla, this set that's coming out on the 16th of August. Like, Shadow Construct can come off happily, and the game will not be harmed by it. Shadows can see more play in a casual form, because it's mainly just some winner get there. It lost the oomph to make them a bit competitive, but with Construct back to 1 or at 3, Construct can come back to any number and the card would be fine. I know with Erp and Ditsy we talk about it, and yeah, Shadow Construct can come back, honestly. I guess, yeah, I've got a very short list right now on what cards I want on and off the list. But there is a card that me and Ditsy have been discussing about if it should be banned or should stay at 1. And that is Firewall. Let me know what you think, if Firewall should be banned or should stay at 1. Is this something that I've been thinking about, and Ditsy, what should that card be at? Or should it have an errata, should say once per turn summon, not every time something changes us or summoning a guy. Should that be put to once per turn? So yeah, that's been what I think should be on and off the list. So yeah, I'll hope to see you guys in the next video, and hopefully that next video is me discussing with everyone else on the current list, on this band list. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.